Hi YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's very different toy review. Today we're going to be taking something very Pokemon related again. Once again in the theme of merchandise, I think. And yes, it's been a very hot and sultry sort of week. In fact, it's also been very humid. Of course, yes, it's been hot all week, but don't worry, by Monday of next week, which will be like after this week's Sunday, 2 days time, there'll be some thunderstorms and rain. I just hope there'll be rain on Monday. Oh, thank goodness me, Mother Nature, please do it for me, ho ho ho! Anyways, just to make that with the summer heat, just to make the most of the summer heat, I'm going to go ahead and grab the, overall is going to be something very Pokemon related, and it's this item here. In fact, I might also grab some of those as well. I might talk about some Pokemon related things as well. I've got those Pokemon cans that were bought from a store in Milton Keynes. And it's going to be a bit more of a Pokemon related merchandise video actually, I suppose. And there's also a bag that also had a relationship to Pokemon. I think it was this one here. So yes, it's a fairly nice looking bag. It's a great looking bag. I might show it to you later on. But first, let me just take a look at the keychain that we've got. It's basically Pikachu dressed up as an airline pilot. Of course, yes, he's got his shirt and tie on. It looks like he's wearing some kind of pilot uniform, going by the jacket or blazer as they call it. Why am I thinking of a school uniform whenever I see that though? But oh well, it's just me, eh? And of course, he's actually got the stripes on. There's no epaulets on that plush / keychain thingamajiggy. Of course, you can attach it to your school bag so you can take Pikachu to school while thinking of going on a summer holiday at the same time. And of course, there's the hat here as well. It's like a Pokemon themed sort of pilot hat. There you go, going by the Pokeball with the wings on both sides here as well. Lovely golden detailings contrasting with the navy blue design. It actually comes from Tokyo. In a sense, it's actually not really Tokyo actually, but from Narita Airport, which is like Tokyo's second airport. It says NRT, which obviously stands for Narita, which is basically another big airport in Japan, which is much bigger than Tokyo Haneda Airport. And also, most importantly, there's also some licensing info in relationship to the Pokemon Center. And of course, yes, it actually comes with a few translations. Of course, hopefully it's Japanese and not a bit, maybe there's a bit of Chinese or Japanese involved, because I think it's mainly Japanese since this franchise is born in Japan. And yes, Pokemon is of course indeed born in Japan, as always is usual, like many video game franchises and anime franchises indeed. And there's the tag here, which the camera was having trouble to focus on. Come on camera, please focus, please. Okay, so yes, so if I give the camera a bit of a rub, then maybe we will start to see the tag fairly nicely. Of course, yes, my hands are sweating because it's been a hot week so far. There you go, it says Pokemon Center, and there is the licensing info. I think it says copyright 2015. If I look very closely at the tag, there you go. Pokemon, Nintendo, Creatures, Game Freak. That's pretty much the people who are behind the Pokemon franchise. And on the other side there, where's his tail, of course. That's his tail, of course. On this side here, right where Pikachu's bottom is, well, obviously, there's actually another tag there as well. If I show it to you very closely, do another rub again, because I need to show you the tag very clearly. And if I hold still, it should actually say something to me though. I'm actually very curious of how this is going to be like. And hey, this is actually fairly nice. It says made in Vietnam, and there's some very nice, how would you say it? Is that like Japanese characters or the Chinese characters? Can anybody explain like that? But anyways, I think this is a licensed and legitimate product. And of course, yes, yes, I know the knockoffs often have tags like this. And there's also a very strange code here. If I rub the webcam again, like I've just done it a millisecond just now, of course, yes, there's also like a little number. I think it says G0218, which is actually quite a very interesting number. If I rub the camera again, sorry if I have to rub the camera again, because I need to show you the licensing info very closely. Made in Vietnam, not China, which is amazing. Hooray! And of course, as I show you the licensing info again, okay, it's fairly important to know. Yes, this is a very nice little souvenir sort of thing that you can clip onto your school bag. It's got a nice little golden chain thingy as well too. But I'm going to be doing a lot more sneaky, so let's actually see what Pikachu looks like without the blazer or the jacket. I'm actually going to be quite sneaky here. I wonder if I can try and... Oh boy, I don't think YouTube would probably like this. Okay, something very cringy would probably happen to Pikachu. Look what happens when he actually is done for his work. Okay, so he could probably wear something else actually, eh? Look at that. Looks a little bit like Pikabob without the blazer off. Without the blazer, look at that. Look at that. Imagine that. Pikabob. And look at that. You can actually make him wearing some kind of weird sort of additional hat. How weird is that one, eh? Looking like some weird... I don't know. It looks like the weirdest turban I've ever seen on Pikachu. Wearing some kind of weird cheesy looking hat. All we have is that. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the tie and the shirt. Looking at that, looks like a collared vest, which is actually kind of strange. Maybe it's better off just to put Pikachu back with the blazer on, because maybe it's better off to make him smart and stuff without going too overly crazy. I wouldn't have never thought that. There's a bit of inside. There's a bit of whiteness. There's actually quite a lot of whiteness inside that Pikachu pilot toy. And if I pull his blazer down like so, and there you go, you can actually see his shirt and tie exposed so well. There's no epaulets on both sides. It would have been so much better if there were epaulets and the sleeve detailing, which would have been fairly nice. But nevertheless, it is quite an awesome looking Pikachu. Yes, that's a fairly nice looking piece of merchandise to have. But anyways, let's move on to other pieces of merchandise. And of course, this Pikachu was actually bought in somewhere. There's actually a Pokemon Center somewhere in Japan. I don't know if it's like Osaka or Tokyo Narita airports. I believe it or not, they're often commonly found in airports. I know there's another one in Singapore, probably, obviously, hey. And yes, it's quite amazing that a lot of Pokemon Centers, they are just very common around Japan, as Pokemon is born in Japan. And if I show you the Pokemon bag, which looks like that, it's a Pokemon Center, useful to be used as a anti-stress / sick bag, if you're going on a long flight, of course, hey, or had a very bad day. And there's also a very interesting tag which says Pokemon Store, and I've just, sorry about that, guys, I've just accidentally destroyed the bag. And there's the other side of it as well. You get the Alolan starters. That's quite an amazing sort of bag. It comes with a background that has all to do with Pokemon, Pikachu, and also different types, mainly Alolan themes, because that was actually during its time when Pokemon Sun and Moon was on. And the Pokemon I can see is Litten on the left corner, Rowlet on the bottom right, and Poplio on the top right corner, looking all euphoric and cheerful. And look at that, Litten's actually kind of on the prowl, hunting for a Rowlet. Well, I don't know about you, but it's actually quite an amazing bag. There's some more patterns on the other side here as well. There you go, it says Pokemon Store here as well. It's an amazing thing to invest in, and it's actually quite an amazing bag. All of it is English, and I don't know if there's any... Oh, actually, not really all English. There's actually a lot of Japanese involved, but we'll take a look at the artwork of Pikachu over there. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. Look how fundamentally awesome this Pikachu bag is. Mind you, I definitely think there was a Pokemon Center in London so far, but it was only temporarily, as sad as it sounds. But I love the whole artwork with Pikachu in it, and man, it looks so awesome indeed. And there's actually quite a lot of other things as well. There's also a receipt as well. It's all in Japanese. I'm sorry, I don't know about you, I don't think I can read this amount of Japanese, so... And actually, this is basically a receipt which has two logos. It's quite an interesting receipt. I think that was the only item being purchased so far in that one center. This is basically Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee in Japanese, with the logos going behind it, and that is the receipt. There you go. I didn't purchase this, someone purchased it for me. I can't tell you who it is because I'll get confiscated with that. I don't know how much does that Pikachu was sold for. I think, believe me or not, that guy there would have actually been 1,000 yen, to be honest. So I think this guy here, I would have paid this, the receipt. I don't know how to actually read this in Japan, but believe me or not, this Keychain Pikachu would have been sold for 1,000 yen. or 1 yen actually. Actually 1 yen. Actually it's 1 yen, sorry, actually it says 1 yen, I forgot about the decimal point, sorry about that one guys, on pricing and stuff like that. 972 yen and 28 yen. I really don't know. I really don't know about foreign currencies other than the fact I can see the you know, decimal points. That really signifies to me of something actually, But let me take a look at the bag, the inside of the bag, and we'll see what it looks like. Of course, we've got another Pokemon here. Who's that there? Is that Comfy? Comfy? I think I'm pronouncing it fairly nicely. And there's, obviously that's actually quite a nice looking bag, and if I look at here, there is quite a lot of interesting stuff here along the way. If I show you the licensing info into Pokemon, there you go, that is the actual licensing info. If I were to do Pokemon, I might as well fold these out. I'm not going to use it as a sick bag because I'm not really sick or stressed, even though it's technically a day outside. Well, obviously, let's take a little licensing info because it is very important. So I've got eczema on my hands. I might as well put cream on it, but it's very important and very worth it to note to look at the licensing info. Yes, it's a 2016 licensed product, this bag. And actually, it's the sort of bag that you normally find in Pokemon Center stores. There you go, the 1995, it's actually born in 1996, so it would have been 20 years old, this bag, or 19 years old. Or, you know, 21 years old, I suppose. So, there you go, Nintendo/Creatures Incorporated, Game Freak, a very cool looking Pokemon themed item. There's also bits in Japanese, which I will struggle to read. And there's also some more Japanese readings here, and I think that's about the warnings about this plastic bag. And I think it's actually quite good to recycle plastic bags, actually, because they're very bad for the environment, especially water-type Pokemon. You know, I'm actually being kind of realistic, I suppose. So, water-type Pokemon, you know, apart from electricity and grass, their main weakness is plastic, because of the ocean. And also, not just the ocean, but other bodies of water. Moving on along, we'll take a look at those Pokemon cans. I actually got those 4 years ago, way before my channel was started. And it was actually during my trip to Milton Keynes in August 2018. I think it was 4 years ago, before this YouTube channel was started. There you go. There's actually 3 different flavours. They all come from Taiwan, but I actually bought it up from a Chinese store in Milton Keynes 4 years ago. And it's also got Pokemon stickers, so I would have bought Pokemon magazines at that time in 2018 when I was a massive Pokemon fan. And we'll take a look at the cans of different flavours. Let's take a look at Pikachu first. This is a cucumber flavoured. So this is like a soft drink. I don't know about you, but it's actually quite a very interesting piece of junk food. I normally have to say, don't touch this, but it's sparkling water. It's a cucumber flavoured sparkling water. It's a very good idea to drink water, and also sparkling water, which in a sense, overall looking at the calories here, it's about 3.2 grams of sugar, which is a little bit nasty, but that's what sugar is meant to be. But as long as it's not like carbonated water, this is sparkling water, which in a sense is much better than what, you know, what actual water is like. There you go, take a look at the stickers. We've got Pokeballs on his cheeks. Is that a Drifloon? Trying to get the Pokemon names correctly there. Emolga. Carbink. I think that's Carbink. I would have thought Diancie. But it's amazing. There's a barcode here, and believe me not, this would have actually been from, it actually would have actually been imported from Taiwan. There's Pikachu's tail at the back there, and there you go, that is what it looks like. There you go. All these drinks actually come from Taiwan, but they were actually imported to the UK, into Milton Keynes. Let's take a look at Charmander next. Charmander! Pikachu! Okay, sorry if I'm doing it quite badly, Let's take a look at Charmander next, because obviously everyone loves Charmander because of Charizard. There you go, there's Pichu and Pikachu frolicking and playing around. There's a Pokeball here. There's more. There you go, I think that's the logo that they often use in Taiwan or China, I suppose. That's this logo here. It looks very similar to the Japanese logo, but in a very different sort of language. And if I show it to you closely, to me, that's a fairly nice looking design. Of course, it's only sold in Taiwan, this franchise. And if I turn it around, there you go, sparkling water orange flavour. So this is Charmander. And right next to Charmander, there's some more calories here. This one's actually, I've actually realised this one's a little bit bad compared to the cucumber flavour. So it's 3.2 grams. This one's about 7.5 grams. 7.2 grams. If you would have actually looked back in 2019 and 2021, in between respectively, I'm a bit of a Nazi over sugar, and I think sugar is the evil when it comes into putting on weight. But then, after realising how much I've exercised and walked so much, I've started to feel a whole lot better. And it's only about 7.5 grams of sugar, and there's Charizard here, breathing fire, what dragons are meant to be like. And of course it's the orange flavour, and it's by Ocean Bomb, which is a natural deep sea sparkling water sort of company from Taiwan. It's literally a brand of it actually, and of course, yes, I need to show you the nutritional guidelines very importantly again, because it is very worthy to note. Looking at those, I need to rub the webcam because I need to have a very better vision. Of course, there you go, 7.2 grams of carbohydrates and 7.5 grams, 0.005 grams of salt. And if I look at the cucumber one, it seems to be less. That's 0.01 grams. And this flavour here, I might show this one here. This one is oh no, look how bad this is. 10 grams of sugar. That's even more worse. 9.7 grams of carbohydrates. And I think it's about 0.05 grams of salt. This is Squirtle! Of course, yes, I wonder what flavour it is. It's a pear flavour. I know there's a Bulbasaur apple flavour one, and there's also like a Pikachu cider flavoured sort of sparkling water, but at least it's not alcohol, of course. Of course, it's bad when you take alcohol and stuff like that, hey? There you go, that's Squirtle. There's Pikachu, Butterfree, Morlo. I'm hoping I'll get the names right, because I actually got those stickers from a magazine, of course. Various magazines, actually. Loads of licensing info around, hey? Whenever I see that, hey? That looks pretty awesome. There's a... Is that Grubbin? And is that a Minior? And there's a Pokeball right next to Squirtle. And there you go. I really know my Pokemon names so well. Butterfree is right over next to Squirtle on the right hand corner. Pikachu looks a bit really peed off over Morlo, disturbing its presence or territory or blah blah. Nevertheless, it's still quite a nice looking drink, but noticing that the sugar and the salt on this flavour is a lot more worse. It's only about, how would you say it, 2.5 grams worse, or I think it's about 2.5 grams worse than the orange one. But I think if you want to have a much better sort of, how would you say it, less calorie intake while getting this sort of range, then the Pikachu cucumber one would definitely do your best. But anyways, of course, yes, I can't really remember how much they were for, because it's been like a long time ago, and I've actually totally forgot all about my obsessions of Pokemon back then, 4 years ago, or 6 years ago actually. Well, I'm actually doing it now. What's also interesting is, apart from the fact they look very similar, of course, there's actually a lot of reading in Taiwanese, or Chinese actually, I suppose. And if I turn to this side here, I've actually realised that the barcodes are actually put in very different ways. There's some more Chinese writings over there, because they would have been sold from Taiwan. And there's Pikachu. Actually has the same sort of arrangement as the Squirtle version, the Squirtle pear flavoured drink. But noticing, I've actually realised that the format, I think the format of those drinks actually look fairly nice. And if I look at the writing here as well, therefore it actually tells me that this drink here comes from Taiwan, of course. Bet you what, these things would actually be fairly essential during hot summers, like we have now. Mind you, I could do an ice cream sort of video, but I don't think I've got time. Well, there you go. Look at that. I could make some kind of leaning tower of, well, Pokemon, like a leaning tower of Pokemon, I'll just say it, fizzy drink cans. Probably very abstract naming this, but I could probably call something else. It looks like some kind of Pokepole, as in a totem pole, as in what Native Americans would often do. Make those like as some kind of totem pole. But hey, you know what, it looks actually quite nice. Having the 3 of those Pokemon flavours, very essential for a hot summer, of course. And I think that's about it throughout the rest of this whole video, talking about Pokemon. So yes, that was actually fairly amazing. But anyways, sorry if it wasn't a regular Flip That Toy review, but anyways, I'll be back on Sunday doing regular Flip That Toy reviews, and if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a good like, subscribe for more Flip That videos in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep cool while summer lasts, until like next week I would say, when the rain comes in by Monday, and bye for now. Bye!